Dr. Daren Martin joins us this morning. He's a workplace culture expert and the CEO and founder of the Global Company Culture Association. Dr. Daren, great to have you back on in Memphis. How you doing?
I love being on with Memphis. Thank you, Tim.
So 1 in 3 say they would take a pay cut if they could get unlimited time off. Where does this come from?
Well, it comes from the ridiculous fact that we give so little vacation in this country in the first place. If you took a job and somebody said, hey, guess what? The good news is we're going to give you 3% of this year to take off and go do whatever you want with it, you would just freak out. But when we say 2 weeks vacation, somehow that seems okay. I think we just got a big disconnect between the science and the practice. Science, all of the research says that when people take time off, they perform better, they give more, they produce more. I mean, they're better for the company, no questions asked. And yet we still have this draconian sort of approach to vacation.
It seems like, Dr. Daren, it is funny how you say that 2 weeks versus 3%. It seems like with digital technology, it seems like time off would be more important than ever, because even when we're away physically from a workspace, we're never really away, are we?
Hey, 50% of people say on their vacation, they expect to be checking their email, crazy amounts. They're still responding to stuff. And think about it. Work invaded home a long time ago. You may be off work, but you're still expected to respond to emails at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, et cetera, et cetera. So we've got to expand, because people they're capable of getting a lot more done in the digital world. And so I think we need to compensate that with more time for downtime if we want people to perform at a peak level.
Memphis Morning News, Dr. Daren Martin joining us on the program, and it's interesting that you mentioned that it's already invaded the home. That reminds me back of that Tom Hanks movie, That Thing You Do, that was kind of set in the 50s or the 60s, and the dad who owns the appliance and TV store is sitting there looking like, I don't think I want to live in a country that has stores open on Sunday. And that's accelerated ever since, hasn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely has. And if you look at just simple, numbers, like when people, for example, they gave air traffic controllers on the night crew a nap. When they took a 19-minute nap, they way outperformed their peers. And that's obviously a very risky job where a lot of people's lives are on the line.
Yeah.
So how much more do you think it matters in other settings? And I love the trend some companies are making towards unlimited vacation. Hey, go when you want to. The problem is that we still live in a work culture where people are afraid to take them.
Yeah. In fact, that survey from the Vacation Confidence Index, I guess Allianz, is it Allianz? I think. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Allianz Global Assistance.
I think so.
It sounds good anyway. We'll just go with it. The average worker is willing to part with over a quarter of their salary in order to get that unlimited time off. That's how much it means to people.
Yeah, it means a lot. And think the goodwill a company could do by saying, no, we don't want you to give up your income. In fact, we're going to help give you a jump start. I'd love to see a company that said, hey, you're going on vacation next week. Here's $300 extra. We want to buy your family's first little fun experience or meal out. I mean, loyalty for companies that give more vacation goes up exponentially. And in a time right now where companies can't keep people, they can't keep great people for sure. Why not, go all out on something that you can do that makes their life better and that doesn't cost you a lot as a company?
That's a great point. Check him out, Dr. Daren Martin, workplace culture expert, CEO and founder of the Global Company Culture Association, trying to keep workers happy and keep them right where they are, because it is a very competitive market now that there are more jobs than people looking. Dr. Daren, always a pleasure to have you on. Have a great rest of your week, sir.
You too, Tim. Thanks.
All right, there he is, Daren Martin on Memphis Morning News.